Imagine two people. One wakes up at 5 a.m. because there's a $1,000 reward waiting at the finish line. The other wakes up at 5 a.m. Even if nobody is watching, no reward, no applause, no money. Now here's the weird part. Months later, the first person quits. The second person is still going. Why? What makes one kind of motivation disappear while another seems almost impossible to stop? Today, we're diving into the hidden battle between extrinsic motivation and intrinsic motivation, and by the end of this video, you might completely change the way you chase your goals. Let's start with a simple question. Why do you do the things you do? Why study? Why work? Why exercise? Why learn a new skill? Your answer probably falls into one of two categories. Either you do it because you enjoy it, or you do it because you expect something in return. That's the entire difference between intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Simple idea, massive consequences. Let's meet Alex. Alex hates running. Every step feels painful. But his company announces a fitness competition. Whoever runs the most miles wins a vacation. Suddenly, Alex becomes a running machine. Every morning, every evening, he tracks every mile. He's incredibly motivated. Until the competition ends. A week later, his running shoes collect dust. The motivation disappeared almost overnight. Why? Because it was borrowed motivation. It came from the outside. Now meet Maya. Nobody pays her to paint. Nobody forces her. She spends hours creating art after work, sometimes until midnight. Her paintings don't always sell. Sometimes no one even sees them. Yet she keeps painting, year after year. Why? Because the reward isn't outside. It's inside. She enjoys the process itself. That's intrinsic motivation. Here's something fascinating. Our brains love rewards. Every time you earn money, receive praise, or collect a trophy, your brain releases dopamine. It feels amazing. So naturally, you want more. This is why reward systems can work incredibly well, at least in the beginning. Companies use bonuses, schools use grades, apps give badges, games hand out achievements. Even social media gives likes. They're all designed to keep you engaged. And honestly, they're pretty effective. But there's a catch. Imagine your favorite hobby. Maybe it's playing guitar, maybe drawing, maybe reading. Now imagine someone starts paying you every single time you do it. Sounds great, right? But researchers found something surprising. Sometimes, people actually enjoy the activity less after rewards become the main reason for doing it. Psychologists call this the overjustification effect. When the external reward becomes the focus, the original joy slowly fades away. It's like replacing curiosity with a paycheck. Think about little kids. Many love drawing. They don't care if the picture is perfect. They simply enjoy creating. Now imagine giving a prize for every drawing. Soon, some kids stop drawing unless there's a reward waiting. The activity hasn't changed, only the reason for doing it. And somehow, that changes everything. Does that mean rewards are bad? Not at all. Extrinsic motivation can be incredibly powerful. Imagine you're trying to build a new habit, like exercising. At first, you probably won't enjoy it. A reward can help you survive those difficult first weeks. Maybe you promise yourself your favorite coffee after every workout, or you use a habit tracker, or you save money for reaching milestones. External rewards can help you get started. The real danger comes when they become the only reason you continue. Let's look at professional athletes. Many begin because they simply love the sport. Playing feels fun, winning is exciting, improving feels satisfying. Later, money enters the picture, sponsors and contracts, fame, pressure. Some athletes stay passionate, others begin feeling trapped. The same sport they once loved starts feeling like a job. Nothing changed physically, everything changed psychologically. Here's an interesting experiment. Imagine someone offers you $10 every time you read a book. At first, you'll probably read more. Now imagine they suddenly stop paying you. Would you keep reading? Maybe. Maybe not. But someone who reads because they genuinely love learning needs no payment at all. The behavior survives because the reason survives. This explains something many people struggle with. New Year's resolutions? People buy expensive gym memberships. They promise themselves huge rewards. They're excited for about 3 weeks. Then motivation disappears, not because they're lazy, because excitement is temporary. External rewards lose their magic surprisingly fast. Habits built only on excitement usually collapse when life gets busy. So, is intrinsic motivation the secret to success? Not exactly. Here's the problem. You can't magically decide to enjoy something. Nobody wakes up saying, I now love doing taxes. Intrinsic motivation often grows after you become skilled, not before. This surprises a lot of people. Enjoyment often follows progress, not the other way around. Think about riding a bicycle. The first day? Frustrating. You fall, you wobble. It's exhausting. A few weeks later, you're flying down the street with a huge smile. The activity didn't become easier overnight. You became better. Competence creates confidence. Confidence creates enjoyment. Enjoyment creates intrinsic motivation. Psychologists have discovered 3 powerful ingredients that help intrinsic motivation grow. First, autonomy. People like choosing what they do, not being forced. Second, mastery. Watching yourself improve feels deeply satisfying. Third, purpose. Believing your actions actually matter. When these 3 come together, motivation becomes much harder to break. Let's compare 2 students. Student A studies only to avoid failing. Student B studies because solving problems feels rewarding. Both may get good grades, but years later, who's more likely to keep learning? Usually, the one driven by curiosity, because curiosity doesn't expire after graduation. Here's another surprising truth. The world's most successful people aren't motivated every day. They simply don't rely on motivation alone. They build systems, habits, schedules, routines. Some days they feel inspired, other days they don't, but they keep going anyway. Eventually, the routine becomes part of their identity. That's where lasting motivation often begins. So what should you do? Don't reject external rewards. Use them wisely. Let them help you start. But while you're building the habit, look for something deeper. Find a part of the process you genuinely enjoy. Celebrate improvement. Notice your progress. Connect your actions to a bigger purpose. Because eventually, the goal isn't chasing rewards. It's becoming someone who naturally does the thing. Let's go back to the 2 people from the beginning. One chased the reward. The other learned to love the journey. The reward disappeared. The journey remained. And that's why one kept moving, long after everyone else had stopped. Maybe the question isn't, how can I stay motivated? Maybe it's, how can I build a life where I don't need motivation as often? That tiny shift can change everything. So, which motivation actually lasts? Extrinsic motivation is great for getting started. Intrinsic motivation is what keeps you going. The smartest strategy isn't choosing one over the other. It's using external rewards as a bridge until the activity itself becomes rewarding, because in the end, the strongest fuel isn't money or praise or trophies. It's waking up every morning, wanting to do the work anyway. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button so more people can discover it. Subscribe for more psychology, productivity, and self-improvement videos explained with simple MS Paint-style animations. And tell us in the comments, what motivates you more, external rewards or the satisfaction of the journey itself? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.